The study of ancient civilizations often highlights what we know, the grand monuments, the carved texts, the rituals we've managed to decode. But the real fascination lies in what we don't know. This video explores 10 ancient sites whose bizarre and unexplained architecture continues to defy logic, from vast underground cities to massive stone structures that seem impossible for their time. These ruins aren't just remnants of the past, they're unsolved puzzles that challenge everything we think we understand about human history. Get ready to uncover mysteries that push the very boundaries of archaeology. Number 1. We begin with Göbekli Tepe in southeastern Turkey, a site that continues to baffle historians and archaeologists alike. Often called the world's first temple, Göbekli Tepe predates Stonehenge by over 6,000 years, with its earliest structures dating back to around 9,500 BCE. This extraordinary complex of stone circles and towering T-shaped pillars challenges everything we thought we knew about the origins of civilization. Before the rise of agriculture, before permanent villages, and long before written language, nomadic hunter-gatherers came together here to build one of the most ambitious architectural undertakings in human history. The megaliths, some weighing up to 50 tons, are intricately carved with depictions of wild animals, lions, vultures, foxes, and serpents, hinting at a symbolic or ritualistic purpose. What is most astonishing is not just the size of the stones, but the mathematical precision used in their placement, with evidence showing geometric planning and alignment across the enclosures. Some researchers argue Göbekli Tepe was the birthplace of organized religion, where ritual gatherings sparked the need for agriculture and permanent settlement. Others suggest the opposite, that it was a symbolic last stand for hunter-gatherer groups resisting the rise of farming communities in nearby fertile plains. Its sudden abandonment around 8200 BCE only deepens the mystery, leaving us with haunting questions. Was this the dawn of civilization, or the swan song of an ancient way of life? Göbekli Tepe remains one of the most profound examples of unexplained ancient architecture, a monument that continues to rewrite humanity's earliest chapters. At number 2, we have the legendary Pyramids of Giza, perhaps the most iconic structures in the world, yet still shrouded in mystery. Constructed around 2500 BCE, during Egypt's Old Kingdom, these colossal monuments were intended as tombs for the pharaohs, but their scale, precision, and alignment have sparked endless debate. The Great Pyramid of Khufu alone consists of over 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 70 tons, placed with such accuracy that modern engineers struggle to replicate the feat even with advanced machinery. The traditional explanation is that ramps and sleds were used to move the stones, with workers possibly reducing friction by pouring water on sand. However, skeptics question whether such a massive ramp system could realistically have been built and maintained. A controversial but intriguing theory proposes that the limestone blocks were not quarried but cast on site using an early form of geopolymer concrete, explaining the unusual composition and perfectly tight joints that even a razor blade cannot penetrate. Equally puzzling is the alignment of the pyramids. The Great Pyramid sides face true north, south, east, and west, with remarkable precision, deviating by less than a fraction of a degree. Some attribute this to advanced astronomical knowledge, with experiments suggesting that Egyptian surveyors used the shadows cast during equinoxes to achieve perfect orientation. Whether built through sheer manpower, forgotten technologies, or ingenious surveying techniques, the pyramids remain an unsolved riddle of ancient engineering. Their grandeur is not just in their size, but in the enduring questions they pose. How did a civilization over 4,500 years ago achieve what still astonishes modern science? At number 3, we move to the mysterious city of Teotihuacan in central Mexico, one of the largest and most enigmatic ancient urban centers ever built. Flourishing between 100 BCE and 650 CE, Teotihuacan sprawled across 20 square kilometers, housing over 125,000 residents in multi-story apartment complexes, making it the first true metropolis of the Americas. The city's design is remarkably advanced, with a strict grid system centered around the Avenue of the Dead, a grand boulevard flanked by monumental pyramids such as the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. What confounds archaeologists is not just the architecture, but the absence of clear rulers or dynasties unlike Egypt or Mesopotamia. Teotihuacan left behind no obvious kings, royal palaces, or even depictions of rulers. Instead, evidence suggests a collective or council-based governance, making it an extraordinary example of complex urban organization without autocratic leadership. Another perplexing feature is the standardized unit of measurement used consistently across structures, showing a high level of mathematical sophistication. Yet, for all its grandeur, Teotihuacan collapsed abruptly around 650 CE. Archaeological evidence of widespread fires and violent destruction in central districts points to internal unrest, while other theories suggest prolonged droughts, famine, or external invasions. The Aztecs, who rediscovered the ruins centuries later, were so awestruck by its scale that they named it the place where gods were born. To this day, no one knows who built Teotihuacan or why its mighty civilization disappeared so suddenly, making it one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in world history. At number 4, we arrive at Baalbek, Lebanon, a site that blends Roman grandeur with an older and far stranger mystery. Known in antiquity as Heliopolis, or the City of the Sun, Baalbek boasts some of the most colossal stone constructions ever attempted in human history. The Roman Temple of Jupiter, completed in the 1st century AD, is a marvel on its own, but beneath it lies a foundation that predates Rome and remains utterly baffling. This base includes the legendary Trilithon, 3 enormous stones, each measuring nearly 19 meters in length and weighing up to 800 tons. As if that weren't enough, a nearby quarry contains the Forgotten Stone, a megalith estimated at a staggering 1,650 tons, the largest ever carved by human hands. The true puzzle is how such stones were transported and positioned. Even with today's cranes and heavy machinery, moving blocks of that scale would be nearly impossible. Yet some ancient culture achieved it thousands of years ago. Adding to the enigma, the stones are fitted together with astonishing precision, so tight that not even a knife blade can slip between them. Strangely, no ancient texts, inscriptions, or engineering records explain the origin of this monumental platform, leaving historians to speculate whether it was the work of the Phoenicians, an unknown Bronze Age culture, or something even more mysterious. Theories range from advanced but forgotten engineering techniques to mythic tales of biblical giants, fueling centuries of debate. Whether practical, ceremonial, or symbolic, Baalbek remains a towering enigma, an architectural feat so massive it seems designed to defy human limitations and challenge our understanding of ancient construction. At number 5, we travel high into the Andes, where 2 extraordinary sites, Pumapunku in Bolivia and Sacsayhuaman in Peru, showcase stonework so precise it continues to puzzle modern engineers. Pumapunku, part of the larger Tiwanaku complex, features colossal sandstone blocks, including one weighing more than 130 tons, carved with exact right angles, grooves, and interlocking shapes that resemble machine-cut precision. Many of the smaller stones display intricate, rectilinear carvings with geometric perfection, suggesting an advanced knowledge of stone shaping techniques far beyond what is typically attributed to pre-Columbian cultures. The builders used sophisticated joinery methods, including eye-shaped bronze clamps to lock blocks together, echoing techniques seen in Egypt and Greece, despite the continents being worlds apart. 1,000 miles away, in Peru, the Inca fortress of Sacsayhuaman demonstrates another mysterious form of megalithic construction. Its massive zigzagging walls, some stones weighing over 100 tons, are so seamlessly fitted together that mortar is unnecessary. The interlocking shapes provide earthquake resistance, proving the builders possessed a profound understanding of structural engineering. Yet the paradox remains. The Inca lacked iron tools, wheels, or advanced machinery, raising the question of how such precision was achieved. Some scholars propose the use of abrasive compounds to shape the stone, while others point to ingenious trial-and-error craftsmanship. But legends persist that the stones were softened using special minerals, allowing them to mold perfectly into place like clay. These Andean marvels, whether through lost technologies, sheer human ingenuity, or techniques we cannot yet imagine, remain some of the most perplexing and awe-inspiring architectural enigmas of the ancient world. At number 6, we descend into the astonishing Longyu Caves of Zhejiang Province, China, an architectural mystery hidden underground for more than 2 millennia. Discovered accidentally in 1992 by local farmers draining ponds, this network consists of 24 massive hand-carved sandstone chambers, each covering thousands of square meters and reaching ceiling heights of up to 30 meters. In total, over 1 million cubic meters of rock would have been removed, making the project one of the largest subterranean excavations in the world. Yet the most confounding fact is that no historical record exists, not in imperial archives, local histories, or folklore. For a civilization as meticulous with record-keeping as ancient China, this silence is truly extraordinary. Who built these colossal caverns and for what purpose? Inside, the walls, pillars, and ceilings are covered with a consistent pattern of parallel chisel marks, suggesting an enormous workforce working in perfect unison with remarkable precision. Despite their proximity, none of the caves are interconnected, which raises even more questions about their function. Theories range from hidden military facilities, royal storage sites, or ritual complexes to more speculative ideas involving secret societies or lost dynasties. Yet no tools, inscriptions, or artifacts have been discovered inside, making it impossible to confirm any theory. The caves remain structurally sound after thousands of years, a testament to careful planning and engineering. But the complete absence of references in historical texts transforms the Longyu Caves into one of the most enigmatic sites on Earth, a masterpiece of underground architecture seemingly erased from memory, leaving us with more questions than answers. At number 7, we uncover the Neolithic city of Çatalhöyük, a settlement unlike any other in the ancient world. Dating back to around 7500 BCE, this remarkable community in southern Anatolia is often considered one of humanity's first experiments in urban living. What makes Çatalhöyük so extraordinary is its completely unconventional design. There were no streets, no open squares, and no alleyways. Instead, houses were built wall to wall, forming a dense honeycomb of interconnected structures. The only way to enter was through the rooftops, accessed by ladders, making the roofscape the city's main thoroughfare and public gathering place. Inside these homes, the strangeness continues. Residents decorated their walls with striking murals and mounted bull skulls as ritual symbols, while burying their dead beneath the very floors they slept and ate on. Inhabitants literally lived above the bones of their ancestors, weaving life and death together in a way that feels eerie to modern sensibilities. Archaeologists have found figurines believed to represent fertility goddesses, hinting at a spiritual worldview deeply tied to survival and continuity. The reasons behind Çatalhöyük's unusual layout remain debated. Some suggest it was defensive, creating a fortress-like community resistant to external threats. Others see it as a cultural expression, blurring boundaries between private life, religion, and ancestry. Eventually abandoned, the settlement leaves behind a puzzle with no clear resolution. Why would people create a city where movement happened only across rooftops and daily life unfolded above the dead? Çatalhöyük remains one of the most bizarre and haunting visions of early urban life ever discovered. At number 8, we descend beneath the surreal landscape of Cappadocia, Turkey, into a hidden world of underground cities that stretch deep into the earth. Carved into the region's soft volcanic rock are more than 200 subterranean complexes, the most famous being Derinkuyu. This astonishing underground city plunges 18 stories down and could shelter up to 20,000 people, along with their livestock and food supplies. These were not simple caves, but fully functioning urban centers, complete with kitchens, wineries, chapels, stables, ventilation shafts, and even sophisticated water systems. Ingenious stone doors, weighing up to half a ton, were designed to roll into place, sealing off passages from invaders, with small openings that allowed defenders to stab lances or pour boiling oil on attackers, while the Byzantine Christians later expanded and used these cities to hide from persecution. Their earliest origins are believed to trace back to the Phrygians, around the 8th century BCE. The mystery lies in both their construction and their sheer scale. How did ancient builders, with primitive tools, carve out such immense interconnected labyrinths stretching miles underground? And why were entire communities willing to live hidden away from the sun? Some believe these cities were primarily defensive, while others suggest they were part of a broader cultural tradition of living in harmony with the subterranean world. Astonishingly, many of these underground complexes were forgotten for centuries, only rediscovered by accident when a man knocked down a wall in his home and stumbled upon a passage leading to Derinkuyu. Cappadocia's underground cities remain one of history's most chilling examples of human adaptation and survival in the face of relentless threats. At number 9, we journey to the Pacific Ocean and the ruins of Nan Madol, a city unlike anything else on Earth. Situated off the island of Pohnpei in Micronesia, Nan Madol is often called the Venice of the Pacific, Because it was built atop over 90 man-made islets, connected by a network of canals. Its architecture is breathtaking. Massive walls and platforms constructed from naturally formed hexagonal basalt columns, some weighing as much as 50 tons, stacked horizontally like giant logs. Palaces, temples, and mortuaries once rose above the lagoon, forming a ceremonial and political capital for the Saudalair dynasty between 1100 and 1628 AD. Yet the mystery of Nan Madol lies in its construction. The basalt used to build this city was quarried from the opposite side of the island, more than 25 miles away, and somehow transported across open water without advanced tools or large-scale ships. Oral traditions claim that sorcerers levitated the stones into place with magic, a story that, while mythical, reflects just how impossible this engineering feat appears. Archaeologists still debate how a culture without pulleys, wheels, or beasts of burden could move such gigantic stones across treacherous terrain and ocean channels. Adding to the enigma, Nan Madol was abandoned around the 17th century, its canals and walls left to the encroaching sea. Today, the city is shrouded in silence, its eerie basalt structures rising from the waves like the ruins of a forgotten civilization. Nan Madol is not just an ancient city, it is a haunting testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the mysteries that time has yet to unravel. Finally, at number 10, we arrive at the windswept island of Rapa Nui, better known as Easter Island, home to the enigmatic Moai statues. Carved between 1250 and 1500 AD from volcanic tuff, these massive stone figures stand as silent guardians of a civilization that mysteriously collapsed. Nearly 900 moai exist across the island, with some towering over 10 meters and weighing more than 80 tons. Most are placed on ceremonial platforms called ahu, facing inland as if watching over the island's inhabitants. Yet the greatest mystery is not their creation, but their transportation. The Rapa Nui people lacked wheels, draft animals, and large timber, as the island had been completely deforested by the time Europeans arrived. How then were these statues moved from the quarry to their platforms miles away? Local oral tradition insists that the statues walked, an idea dismissed for centuries until a 2011 experiment proved it possible. By rocking a replica statue side to side with ropes, a small team demonstrated how the moai could have been maneuvered upright across the landscape like enormous waddling figures. This theory is supported by the statue's wide bases and the many unfinished moai scattered along old transport routes, suggesting some toppled mid-journey. But transporting such enormous figures across hills and uneven ground would have been an exhausting, dangerous undertaking. Why did the Rapa Nui dedicate so much of their resources to these statues, even as deforestation and resource depletion strain their society? The moai remain more than just stone figures. They are symbols of cultural identity, ancestral reverence, and a haunting reminder of how ambition and survival can collide. Easter Island's moai stand as one of the most bizarre and enduring mysteries of ancient architecture. The pursuit of understanding these ancient wonders is more than archaeology. It's a journey into the very heart of human creativity and ambition. From hidden underground cities to colossal stones that still baffle engineers, these sites prove that our ancestors achieved feats we can barely comprehend today. The mysteries they left behind, whether walking statues or stones too heavy to lift, are not signs of ignorance, but of powerful cultural forces we are only beginning to grasp. As technology uncovers more answers, the questions will keep evolving, reminding us that history is deeper, stranger, and far more fascinating than we ever imagined. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the mysteries of our past.